welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Samara, aka merialove here. Guys, I know I've not posted for a very long time, 6 months to be exact. Like everything else, there's always a reason why, and most of you guys do know that reason. But if you don't know that reason, I will be going over it more with you guys on here. But just to like kind of like sum it up, I was in a relationship, with my ex, or my child's father, and we had broke up, and it had ended in like domestic violence. And the police being called in, a lot of stuff. So that kind of really set me back mentally on a lot of stuff, honestly, a lot of stuff. But especially like YouTube and making videos and all that good stuff. So, I have been away, or like I wanted to come on here with to you guys, but like come on here with a clear mind, a clear conscience, and not just come on here just to tell you guys bullshit and then like be done with it. I want to be like real with you guys, because I understand that I did bring out that situation, and I was the one who put it on the on the internet. So with that, I should at least be able to come back on the internet and just update you guys on what has been going on. Maybe not with like my whole life, but just with that specific situation that happened that you guys do know about. Okay, and also too, I feel like it's important for me to at least update the people who did donate to my GoFundMe. Like I did have a GoFundMe page just to start over with my kids, to move to break my lease, all that good stuff. So, and you guys did you guys came through, you guys really helped me a lot, and I did get a lot of donations. So I want to thank you guys so much for that. Just know that your money went to the right place. I didn't use it for whatever, like what I'm saying, like the reason why I needed it was the reason that I did use it for. So I want to thank you guys so much for just helping me out in my time of need, right? And so we're gonna get into this video, okay, guys? Sorry for the long intro. I just had to get everything out there to you guys. But this is my life update video on where I've been, what I've done with my life within the past 6 months after leaving an abusive relationship. Okay, guys, so this is probably gonna be a little bit longer video just because I have so much to tell you guys. And this is like more of a motivational video as well for women who are actually going through the same thing, or who actually went through the same things that I did. So I've always wanted to be somebody that people can learn from, whether it's just one person, just to learn from me and my mistakes, so then you guys don't make the same mistakes as I did. Okay, all right, so let's get into this video. Okay, so for you guys that don't know, I moved here last year, so 2020, around like July, after I had my daughter Chelsea, right? Moved here from Minnesota to Atlanta. And actually in my first video, my very first YouTube video, you can go back and watch it. I kind of did explain a little bit more about my life and all that good stuff. So you can go watch that just to catch up if you need to. But yeah, so we moved here last year, 2020. During the pandemic, when it was heavy. So we moved here because my boyfriend at the time wanted to start, him and his uncle or whatever wanted to open a restaurant out here. They did that. So it was just a lot going on for me, being a new mother. My daughter was 2 months when we moved down here to Atlanta. It was just a lot, going on, like emotionally, like everywhere, physically, my body, my everything, right? So I try to make the best of it. I try to I came here with my boyfriend at that time because I supported him in what he wanted to do, right? As any good girlfriend should. And even at that, like, it was just a lot going on. So we moved here, all that, everything, whatever. I'm not really gonna get really in depth with like what happened or anything like that, just because like I don't really want to like bring that back, or like bring the thoughts or the feelings, the emotions back. But it was domestic violence, and it happened twice. Okay. And the second time was when I'm like, you know what? No, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to deal with this no more. I'm not going to, you know, stay and try to make things work, because, you know, once a man puts his hands on you, it's always going to happen. And I learned that the hard way. Okay. So everything like that. Like I said, the police were called, the cops were called. And I don't know, I guess he did go to jail for like a day or two. I don't know. I wasn't speaking with him when he went to jail. We didn't speak for like 4 months, 5 months, until his father, the only person he had, like, you know, in this world now, because, you know, him and his siblings didn't really talk, and his, you know, he was close with his father, and his mom and his sister were in, you know, Liberia. So me thinking like, okay, you know, since this had happened, let me just try to put his daughter back into his life, you know what I'm saying, so he can at least. And just because I forgave him does not mean that there is a relationship that's going to go on with us, like as in like us being back together. He's not a bad person, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, good people do make, you know, stupid and bad mistakes, but he's just not the person for me. Because if I'm gonna be with somebody, like, I don't have to go through, you know, all that just for me to know that I love you, and for me to know that you love me. Like, you know, it can just be a great relationship from start to finish. Even though not every relationship is perfect, but abuse is not part of ups and downs in a relationship. So I'm not even gonna take that. You know, if it has to come to that, obviously you're not the person for me, and I'm not. All has been forgiven. You know, we do talk. Obviously, for a child, you know, he you know, he gets her, he picks her up. You know, just like we're basically co-parenting. You know, as we should. You know what I'm saying? As we should. There's nothing really attached to that, just because there's nothing attached to that. So yeah, so after that had happened, me and my kids, we had moved out of our old place that me and Chauncey were staying at together. We had moved out. We got a, you know, a new place, like not even a month, maybe like 2 weeks later. And you know, I was supposed to move back to my family back in Minnesota, but a lot was happening back there too. It wasn't really the right time or the right choice to move back, you know, with my parents, just because they are trying to sell the house, and a lot of stuff going on, and it's just a lot. So I just decided to just, you know, stay here with my kids and just push through. And I feel like everything happens for a reason, you know. Maybe I was supposed to stay in Georgia for a reason. Maybe I didn't know the reason back then, but you know, things happen, and God reveals things to people, and you know, and I feel like me being in Georgia is where I'm supposed to be at this moment, at this time. And that's why the move to Minnesota didn't really work out, just because I wasn't supposed to be in Minnesota. And like, with that being said, you know, there was a lot of like negative and backlash from people that I personally knew. And that's the crazy thing. Like, I feel like situations like these really show you who has been hating from day one and who really does care about you. And most of the people that, you know, my acquaintances or whatever, like people that I know on the internet, you know, that we, we connect, or, you know, we, you know, comment, oh my God, so pretty, oh my God, so beautiful, shit like that, you know, like those people really do not care about you. Like, it's all just for internet. And as soon as something bad happens in your life and it's on the internet, it's just like, okay, you know, what's the gist, what's the G's, what's the fries, like that's all they care about, fries. And it's just like, but these are actually people's lives, and it's not really something to just like play, you know, make fun of on the internet. And like, this situation has taught me a lot about how I interact on the internet with other people, because you really don't know what, you know, someone's going through. in their personal life. I feel like the internet and social media is just like, obviously they show you what they want you to see, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that goes on in people's lives that they don't talk about, and we just have to be kind to everybody. And I mean, it just really showed me a lot about who was there and who wasn't there for me. So yeah. But with that being said, you know, some positivity has came out of, you know, everything that has happened. So just, I feel like this situation had taught me so much about myself, and it has shown me like how strong I am and how much I need to love myself more. And I feel like if you don't really go through things like this, I mean, not really as dramatic or as drastic as this, as being abused, but like just simple little things like life, right? If you don't go through life, like you would never really know who you really are, you know? So it's just really important to figure that out. And I figured that out after the situation happened. And now, like, I love myself so much more than I did before. Like, I appreciate myself so much more. I just have like so much like more like confidence, and not I don't really see myself as someone who's less of or less than anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really made me love myself so much, because people are temporary. People come and go, come and go, come and go. So it's important for you to love yourself before anything. Like, you're gonna spend your whole life with yourself, you know what I'm saying? But like people, like I said, people are temporary. So love yourself. It's very important to love yourself. And for any woman that is going through or that did go through, you know, what I have been through, and, you know, are still with their abuser, or, you know, are afraid to leave their abuser or to speak up or anything like that, like, I really hope you find the courage to speak up or to leave, even though it might not be easy, but it's so necessary. Like, you don't deserve anything that's happening to you. You don't deserve that. Some people are just not good people, and you don't deserve to be in their path. Like, it will be hard at first, because you're just gonna feel so lost and feel so lonely. But as time goes on, you're gonna just thank yourself for leaving that situation. And I know some people that can't leave just because, you know, the abuse is so much that, you know, people end up killing people for trying to leave. So I just pray that you find like help, or talk to somebody that you trust, and just try to find help to leave that situation, because your life is more important than what people say about you on the internet and what people think about you. Your life is so much more important. And if you even have kids, like, your kids love you so much, and they should be a good enough reason not for you to want to leave that situation, because it's not helping them. Like, to see their mother sad and depressed and crying all the time, it's not helping them. In fact, it's gonna hurt them later on in the future. They're gonna think that's what our relationship is supposed to be like. They're gonna think that's how a man is supposed to treat his woman, and that's not true at all. And that's really one thing too that really made me want to like leave that situation, because like my kids mean so much to me. I have 2 girls, so it's just like I have to be a good example for them. I have to be a good example of what a woman is, what a woman should be, and, you know, how a woman should be treated. And if I'm in a relationship where I'm being, you know, yelled at, cursed at, beat at every single day, like, how do you think they're gonna feel? They're gonna think, they're gonna go for guys that do that to them. So it's just really important, especially if you have kids, to really think about your kids, and, you know, leave as early as you can. Please, because once a man starts to hit you, he's not going to stop until you leave, or until you're dead. So I'd rather you leave before it goes to, you know, that extent. But what I've been up to since then, I've been doing, you know, great. I've been more happy. Like I said, I love myself so much more. I've been doing amazing. My kids are doing amazing. They're happy, they're healthy. Isabel just started her dance classes, ballet, and she loves it. Chelsea's about to go into swimming classes soon. And she's just growing. She's 14 months now, like what? So it's just like, you know, time is just flying, and I feel, you know, I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be at this moment in time. And I'm, you know, I'm just taking it and I'm trying to live it one day at a time. I'm not trying to focus on the future or focus on the past. I'm just trying to live in the moment, live in the present right now. And so far, so good. So a couple things have, you know, happened in my life since then. Like 3 months ago, Savage Fenty had reached out to me on Instagram. They wanted me to be one of their influencers, so I've been doing that. So every month I get packages from them, you know, and I just, you know, take pictures and post it on my Instagram. And you know, it was just like a very like what, like Savage Fenty reached out to me, like what? But I feel like once you start to let go of all the negativity in your life and start to really live in your true self, all these opportunities are just going to come to you, just because like you're so like true to yourself, you know, you're happy, you're attracting all these amazing things to come into your life. And I feel like that's what has been happening to me. I am still very much single, and I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. You know, if it comes, it comes, but I'm not gonna, you know, force or rush into anything at this moment. I'm just trying to focus on myself, my kids, and my business, my career, everything like that. And actually, speaking of my business, I am about to launch it very, 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 very soon. So you guys stay tuned for that. But my business is called Sister Boutique. Basically, it's a boutique, an urban fashion boutique for girls 0 to like 10 years old. So you know, I will be dropping that very soon. I'm super excited. I've been working on it for like about a year. I actually announced it last year around this time. And you know, obviously things didn't go the way how it was planned to go, but I feel like that's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like now is just the right time for me to do that. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it very good. So yeah, besides that, I mean, everything else has just been great, you know. Life has been good and I cannot complain. I'm super happy right now with like where I'm at. And I just pray for better days. You know what I'm saying? I pray for more and more happiness in my life and in my kids' life and more success in my life. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm not gonna be on here too long to bore you guys to death about my life, but All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. I will be posting at least once a week from now on with different content for you guys. But this was just kind of a life update video for you guys. So just to really know where I am in my life right now. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. And I hope to see you guys next time. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more amazing content for you guys, so just be ready for that. I'll be more active, and I'm super excited to start this YouTube journey again with you guys. Okay, thank you guys so much.